Hi there, my name's Greg with Maple River Winery, and today we're talking about Curt, author of the books Did You Know That? Hi, Curt.
Hi, Greg.
Hey, tell us about yourself, Curt.
Well, my name's Curt Eriksmoen, and I'm most known now as the author of a series of books on fascinating people from North Dakota, and also write a weekly column for some of the major North Dakota newspapers.
Well, why did you decide to write books about fascinating people in North Dakota?
Well, in 2006, I started to write these weekly columns, and after about a year, I started getting all kinds of letters and emails about people who had cut out and collected and put in scrapbooks all of the articles, and they said, "Well, this is kind of getting out of hand. What could you start putting these in book form?" So in 2008, we came out with our first book, which I happen to have here. I'll just flash it up. We now have 5 books, and it's just continued from that. In fact, we'll have book number 6 out in July.
July of 2012, I have book number 6 coming out.
Right.
But takes a lot of education. What's your educational and professional background?
Well, I went to the University of North Dakota and received a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in history. In fact, I had completed all of the coursework toward a doctorate when I ended up inventing a game show that, in fact, it was a trivia game show that became so popular that we started to franchise it, and for the next 10 years I was involved in what Governor Dalrymple calls the Trivia Master.
Well, you mentioned Governor Dalrymple. How did he end up praising your books?
Oh, that's an interesting story. My wife Jan and I were out to the Outback one evening and having a nice supper, and all of a sudden I felt a hand on my shoulder. And I turned around, and there was Mr. Dalrymple, our current governor, and he said he wanted to let me know just how much he really enjoyed our articles. And he said, "I'm on my way to Minneapolis. In fact, I have a couple of them in the car that I want to show people when I get there, some friends of his." So then when we were coming out with volume 3, I thought, well, let's just see if he'd be interested in writing a foreword to it. And he was most delighted in doing it, wrote some extremely flattering things about it, and in fact, just a couple months ago, I got a card from him again telling me how much he enjoyed our latest books and what a contribution they are to the state.
Well, you mentioned you're having dinner with your wife. Where does she fit in? Jan, where does she fit in?
Well, she's a very important part of Eriksmoen Enterprises. She edits all my articles, and she edits the books. She's extremely talented or gifted in the area of grammar and punctuation, and in fact she has a critical eye too for history, so that everything is written so that it's understandable but also very clear, and then she covers all of the business aspects for Eriksmoen Enterprises.
Well, it's important to have it be clear print. If they're for, a lot of these be gifts for older people. How's the print size?
Print size is about a 15 font, so that it should be readable by most.
Yeah, that's important. That's good. I suppose another target market would be like schools, libraries, things like that.
Oh yeah. There's some of the schools I know have talked to me about including that into their curriculum, and we have many of the schools and libraries and colleges too. That in fact I think all of the colleges own a complete set of our books, and they've also found it the libraries of many of the public schools.
Now, this is such fascinating, all these different stories. Do you go and talk about these too around the state?
Right. I would say probably every 2 to 3 months. We get a request, whether it's the Kiwanis or some historical group, or a couple weeks ago we did with the theater arts group from Fargo, to come in and either talk about a particular subject or something more in general. There's also a college course online called Ollie, and we've been invited to give some courses in that.
Someone wants to have you come and speak. How do they get a hold of you?
They can either call, email, write a letter. In fact, we've had all of those.
Mm-hmm. And that same way they can obtain your books?
Right. Mm-hmm. And our books are also online, so that if they want to order online, or just call us.
And your website is
eriksmoenenterprises.com, and Eriksmoen is Eriksmoen.
Perfect. That sounds good. That'll wrap it up for today. Thanks so much, Curt, for coming
Thank
in,
you,
and
Greg.
great reading.
All right.